In this video, I will be demonstrating how to attach a button. You're going to start with your sampler piece. You have done the running stitch on the top and the back stitch on the bottom. This is the right side. You're going to flip it over to the wrong side where you have your marks. And you will take your seam gauge, and we're going to just use the seam gauge as a straight edge. So on the wrong side, on the top where you've done your running stitch, you're going to line it up corner to corner. Using your marking pencil, I'm using a Sharpie so that you can see it. Using your marking pencil, you will make one straight line from corner to corner, and then you will go on the opposite side and do one straight line corner to corner. This is going to identify the center of your rectangle. Then you're going to take your threaded needle with a single arm's length. You will have tied a knot in the end, and you are going to tie on right here in the center. So we're going to do a tiny chomp so that it's barely visible. You're going to pull until you have a tail loop. You'll go through that tail loop and pull all the way through, yanking it really well. And you're going to do that one more time under that same knot. Pull until you have a loop and pull it down. Now, we're on the wrong side, but we need to be on the right side. So we're going to do a jab right through this knot right here. Boom. There you go, right through that knot. So you come out where you've tied off, and you're going to pull all the way through so that it is nice and secure. Now, you will take your button. This is a 4-hole button. There are lots of different styles of buttons. This one has 4 holes. For the purpose of today's demonstration, we are going to make 2 parallel lines. You can tie buttons on in lots of different ways, but for this assignment, you are being asked to do 2 parallel lines. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick one of these 4 holes. Take one and pull it all the way through. You want that hole to be on the top, and this hole we're going to call number 1, and we're going to secure it with 2 little pincher fingers like that so that it is straight up and down on our sampler. So we're going to go from the top to the bottom. So this is number 1. We're going to go to number 2, and we'll go in through 2, and we're going to pull all the way down so that it is nice and taut, and then we're going to go out through 1. So that same hole that we started in, we're now going to come out that. In through 2, out through 1. You will do this 5 times. While counting to 5 is not necessarily difficult, sometimes we lose count. If you've lost count, just do it once or twice more. It is an art, not a science. So out through 1, in through 2. That was 3. Now we're going to go out through 1, in through 2, and we'll do this one more time. Out through 1, in through 2. Now, in order for our button to be effective, we want it to be nice and tight onto our fabric, but also we want to complete it. Right now, we have a not so smiley face. So we're going to close this up so that we have 2 parallel lines. So we went out through 1, in through 2. Now we're going to go to the next top button and go out through 3, in through 4. I said button, I meant hole. So through here, out through 3, in through 4. And you repeat that exact same process 5 times. Out through 3, in through 4. Out through 3, in through 4. Once you get it pretty secure, you don't have to hold on to it quite as much. But as you learn to do this, you will determine what is the best way for you to grip your fabric. So once we have done both sides, we're going to have 2 parallel lines. You're going to turn it over, and now we are going to tie off right here. This is a little more difficult than when we tied off on our regular stitches, because now we have a button on the other side. But that's okay. It's not actually hard. You just have to figure out the best way to get your needle under the thread. So you're going to do a tiny chomp right here at this last stitch that you just did. And you're going to pull. Make sure it doesn't get caught on the corners. You're going to pull until you have a little loop. And you're going to go through that loop 3 times. So 1. You want to go through the same direction each time. 2. And 3. And then you will pull that down using your fingernail to push it all the way down onto the fabric like that. Pull in a few different directions. Then you will take your snips boom, and you have just gained a life skill. Congratulations.